Okay. So because all the late night talk shows and everyone aren't doing their shows from their normal set and studio space, I thought I'd mix it up a bit. I'm in my room. I'm getting ready to lay down for a nap. But wow, we are in crazy times, aren't we? This is my 36-week update coming to you from Switzerland, where we are in the thick of what I guess the press calls the epicenter of the coronavirus. This video will be a little different because a lot of it's going to be around being pregnant during this crazy apocalyptic time I feel like we're living in, and being close to giving birth in that time, and having my son home every day during that time. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Eileen. I'm an American expat who lives in Switzerland. I am pregnant, 36 and a couple days pregnant with our rainbow baby after 7 pregnancy losses and an incredibly lucky, successful first round of IVF. This was supposed to be the last few weeks that I was enjoying resting and nesting and getting prepped and excited for the baby, but it has turned out to be just an incredible time where my son is home with me every day indefinitely for at least 5 weeks. And my husband is working from home, but we'll get into all that. Important stats first, just from a pregnancy update standpoint. The baby is doing well. It's getting very big. I'll show you my bump while I do this. It is the size of look at that, huge. It's probably big now. That is like a lot of beer at a lot of football games. The size of a bunch of kale, if we're doing fruit and vegetables. If you watch my updates, you know I like to do fun, quirky things. For movie props, my app says that it's the size of Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story. What did you see about that big? And 80s and 90s nostalgia, Tickle Me Elmo doll. How cute. So yeah, it's big and still cooking. I'm really interested to see when I go to my next doctor's appointment if they will want to induce me right away to get the baby out, or if they will want to keep the baby in now as long as possible because of this virus. It's interesting. I don't know what the CDC or the World Health Organization says, but the UK just yesterday, I'm filming this on Tuesday, but just yesterday, they said that pregnant women are categorized in the same high-risk category with over 65s. And I think that's because they've had a case in the UK of a pregnant woman contracting the coronavirus, having a baby, the baby having it. And from what I understand from a friend who's actually a doctor in North London, where this woman is, she's in quite critical condition. So I think the UK is kind of covering themselves to say, look, this could be very dangerous for pregnant women. With that said, I don't know if the whole medical community is on the same page about that. I don't know how my doctors will react to that and what they will want to do. So in Switzerland, we are on complete isolation and lockdown, very similar to what you've seen happening in Italy, in Germany, now in France, and in Spain. And what that means is there's no school for any kids. Patrick, I think, is due to go back around the 24th of April after what would have been their spring break. There is no working in the city, so my husband's working from home, which is actually a blessing in disguise. He's very busy. I don't tend to walk in while he's working and ask him to help with A, B, and C, but like right now, he has an hour off for lunch, so he's taken Patrick for the hour just to give me a break, which is amazing. So that's good, just having that little bit of support. No businesses are open, no restaurants, no hair salons, no gyms, no swimming pools. It really is like you're confined to your home. And lucky for us, we do have a courtyard in the back where Patrick and I can go outside, but we remain very isolated. We don't interact really with other people. And also there has been, the Swiss government has advised no gatherings of more than 5 people outside of your family. So that means no play dates. So it's insane. It is insane. It is like nothing any of us have ever seen, right? But I'm surprised mental health wise, I've been okay, because I'm like, what are you going to do? It's so out of my control. And I'm really, and it won't always be like this. I'm on day 2 of like 40 days with my son all day, every day, and I don't have a baby yet. So I know it won't always be like this, but for right now, I'm like, okay, let's just take advantage of the absolute insanity of this. Let's do lots of fun activities with Patrick during the day. Let's enjoy this time together, really bond with him. What a gift, really, that I have all this time with him before the baby comes. I say what a gift. I wish I could drink at the end of the day, let's be honest. But it is a time for us to bond. And when the baby's here, there'll be highs and lows, but hopefully some really good highs drizzled in there among the times when I feel like I'm going to rip my hair out. Because I'm in this high risk category, according to the UK, and I'm kind of running with that, I'm not going out to do errands or anything really anymore. Andy's gone to the grocery store for me right now. Y'all, I have to put some lotion on my hands. My hands, from washing them all the time and using sanitizer, you can't really see, but they're like dry. Can you see that? Wait, can you see that? They're dry and like starting to, like, they hurt. My hands hurt really bad. So the precautions I'm taking with this coronavirus is obviously washing hands all the time. And that means after you go to the bathroom, obviously, anytime we go out, Patrick and I, if we go out back, the first thing we do when we come in, you take your shoes off at the door, straight to the bathroom and wash your hands for 20 seconds, as has been advised. We'll sing happy birthday twice, and we put silly rhymes in it to keep Patrick entertained. I have hand wipes that I keep out with me when I'm outside. Even if I accidentally brush the waste bin, the wastebasket, I will use my hand wipes, touch anything really. I use my hand wipes because I'm just paranoid. You don't know how easily this virus can spread, and it's spreading rampantly in Europe. So taking all those precautions, and also too in the house, surfaces that are used a lot, like a tea kettle, coffee maker, all the door handles, the elevator button outside in the hallway. I wipe those down every day, and it just really does a number on your hands. It's really funny that last week my update was like all light and bubbly and like, oh, this is what's happening. And the world has changed. The world has changed in the last, I would say, 4 days, and the whole world is feeling it. And it's scary, it's crazy, but in a really weird way, it's been so toxic, hasn't it, with politics and just around the world. And it's really, people disagree with the handling of it in different governments. Like, should kids stay in school? What does that mean? Should they, if they aren't in school, is the burden put on their grandparents because people have to work? Like, I get all those arguments. I'm of the camp of everybody stay home, let's contain the virus. But anyway, it's nice to see the whole world kind of in the same nightmare, in the same war. We are all in a war fighting the same enemy. And isn't that, like, as twisted as it sounds? Like, it's as a global community, there's something very unifying about that. With that said, I'm ready for it to be over, and I don't want any more death and destruction. It's horrendous, but it has been interesting. And for me, it's been great perspective about how much I need to stress things. Yeah, I'm putting on more lotion. You saw that right. My hands are killing me. But it gives you so much perspective around having this baby, and, you know, just wanting the baby to be healthy and safe and being okay with the stupid little stresses in life. Like, I don't know. I'm being very philosophical, but you know what I mean. It's just, it puts things in perspective for me. I had mentioned before that my friend, a very, very dear friend of mine, was coming from Paris to help me out. That's now been canceled because Paris has blocked their borders and banned all travel for the next 30 days. So she's not going to be coming now. But again, because Andy's working from home, it's going to be really helpful that he obviously is working all day, every day, and he is very busy. But if I am desperate, he can like dip out and help me. That's really good. We've told both of our families nobody is to come over here, especially with my parents being over 65, Andy's parents being over 65. I just think the worst thing you can do is, and this is tough because you don't want to isolate the older community, but the worst thing you can do is put them in a position where you could potentially infect them. So I wouldn't be able to live with myself if that happened on either side, my parents or his parents. So we've instructed everybody, just sit tight. This will pass at some point, and then we can see the baby. And thank God we're in 2020. There's FaceTime, there's all this stuff that we can share the baby with everybody without putting anybody at risk. I'm trying to think of other things here. What else is going on in Switzerland, just to give you an idea of what it's like over here. Nobody's really out. We do have lots of trails and outdoor things that people can do and remain, social distancing. People can remain socially distanced from other people, so that's good. That's where we're really lucky in Switzerland. Loads of nature where you can be away from everybody. Grocery stores are still pretty well stocked for the most part. We're lucky. We have a grocery store in our building, which is super helpful. Andy can just pop down there really easily. We don't have the toilet paper madness like you guys do in the States. I don't really get that. The coronavirus doesn't spread that. I don't know. I guess people are just worried they're gonna run out of toilet paper. Really weird. Hand sanitizer you can't really get, but you can get wipes, and I think just by washing your hands, it's a start. So I haven't really been stressed about not being able to get sanitizer. That's pretty much gone now. But yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. Homeschooling is interesting. People choose to homeschool. I mean, I'd bow down to you. I absolutely bow down to you. It's so much work. And I have so much respect and love for educators too. I'm only on day 2, y'all, and I'm like, how do people do this every day? So anyway, if I think of other things happening in Switzerland or there's any other updates, I will make maybe separate videos about that, or maybe just drop them into another pregnancy update. But for now, that's really it. Pregnancy-wise, I'm still massive. I'm still ready to have a baby. I'm still not sleeping well. If you follow me over on Instagram, I've started a little doodling series that I do at 3 o'clock in the morning. That is about it. Like I said, if you're new, check out some of my other videos and maybe consider subscribing. And for everybody out there, if you've followed me for 1 video or 100 videos, please, 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 stay healthy, stay safe, stay at home if you can, and hopefully this all gets under control sooner rather than later. I wish you guys all the best, all the very, very best, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care. Bye. Put some more lotion on. Oh, I can't stop putting it on. My hands are so dry. But they're clean. They are clean. Not today, Corona. Not today. Oh, time for a nap.